Hey guys, Chef V here, and today we're going to be making organic chicken bone broth. And there's tons of health benefits to bone broth, including, it aids in digestion, it helps boost collagen and improves your skin, and it also improves your joint health, helps you sleep better. Lots of benefits to bone broth. And it's actually quite easy. You can make a big batch at a time, freeze it for later. It lasts up to a week. You can sip on it just for the health benefits. Warm it up. It's really nice in the evening before a nice meal. And you can also use it in place of water or broth in your cooking. So today I'm just going to show you how to make a simple bone broth that's very nutritious. What you'll need is a couple of organic chickens. I buy the whole organic chickens. Costco usually sells them in 2-pack, so I like to go there. It's really easy. And then what I like to do is just grab some old vegetables in my fridge that I'm about to throw out. But instead of throwing them out, I use them for bone broth. So I've got some carrots. I found a couple sprigs of rosemary, some garlic, and a little bit of ginger. And then I also had a couple of onions. This one's newer, and this one was definitely on its way out. So it's great to use all this stuff for your bone broth. So for the vegetables, I just like to cut them up real quick. They're actually going to go in a little cheesecloth to protect them. So that they're not getting into the bone broth. We're just going to use it for the flavor, okay? So I just like to have a big piece of cheesecloth and throw the vegetables in there. You can chop up the carrots slightly. We'll tie this up nice and tight so that nothing gets out. And again, this is just going to really add a lot of flavor to the bone broth. You can add, whatever you have in the fridge left over, some old vegetables. The root vegetables are really great. Garlic, onion, ginger, turmeric, all kinds of stuff like that. So you also need a crock pot. So just make sure you have a nice big crock pot to cook all of this. And we'll just put the vegetables on in there. Okay. And now what we're going to do is I like to buy the whole chicken and just take it apart. And then I just use the meat throughout the week. I can freeze leftovers, or you can also go to your local butcher and just ask them for extra bones that they might have left over, and then dropping them into the crock pot. Okay, so now we are done cutting up the chicken. I'm gonna go ahead and put this aside so we can focus on our bone broth, okay? Okay, so we've got all the bones and the vegetables wrapped in the cheesecloth sitting in the crock pot. So we're going to go ahead and add 4 cups of water at a time. I like to use filtered water. Okay, so just adding 4 cups of water at a time. We're going to do a total of 8 cups. Okay, so you've got 8 cups of water. And I like to add a couple of tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. We're back. It's about 24 hours since the bone broth started cooking. And then I like to turn it off and just kind of let the outside cool a little bit so it's easier to pick up. So now I'm going to show you guys how to strain the bone broth out and how to store it. So I like to have a large colander, some cheesecloth, and 2 large bowls. Sometimes you can use the cheesecloth also that the vegetables were in here. And then I like to have a couple of jars for storage. I have a large one and then maybe a small one to freeze. So opening up the crock pot, it's full of yummy broth. And we've got the cheesecloth of vegetables here and all the bones. So what I'm going to do is take the large bowl, put it in the sink with the colander, okay? And we'll save the cheesecloth and the little bowl for the next step, okay? So placing that over the bowl, and then I'm going to take this, okay, and pour it in. Okay, getting all the broth and all the bones into here. Okay, just letting all of that sit into there. Okay, so we've got the majority of the broth right here. And now we can start to filter this into the next filtration with the cheesecloth. And we can save this broth over here and let it just soak into another bowl and just reserve all of this stuff for later, okay? We'll get more broth from this later. So for now, we're gonna take the cheesecloth and place it over the bowl like so. And just being real careful because we don't want it to fall through. So just pouring it really slowly so that we're catching all of the main debris. So we're gonna have a nice clean broth this way. So we're gonna just be catching all of the large animal parts left over. Okay, you can see. Now you've got a great clear broth over here. Well, not clear, but nutrient rich, but clear of all the debris. I'm just gonna press those out. So now, I like to use a measuring cup to pour into here because it's a little bit easier. So we'll just add this into the measuring cup. Okay, and then we'll just add this broth to your mason jar. And you can store this in the fridge for up to a week. You can add any extras to little containers. So there you go. It's that easy to make bone broth. So you can use it right away. You can sip on it. You can use it to cook, soups, ramens. Instead of broth or water, you can use it in quinoas or rice. And you can also freeze it for up to a month or leave it in the refrigerator for up to a week. So I hope you learned something valuable, and cheers to your health. So yummy.